News of the day under T-Radar.
T-Radar's with us this morning with his issues on this Tuesday. G'day there, T-Radar.
Always wanted to put out a catchy tune, the Villain.
Aren't they?
I wonder how the School of Rock course at Graham Downs is going, teaching down there in Otago is going.
Going very well by all accounts, from what I've heard.
Marvellous. Who would have ever thunk it, eh?
Yeah. And that song about Paratai Drive, I was just always imagine if I lived on Paratai Drive, not that I don't want to live on Paratai Drive, I drove around there for the first time, I think in maybe a couple of decades.
Right.
The other day.
Horrible, isn't it?
It's really, what a strange street.
Yes. Yes, for those people who are unfamiliar with it, it's sort of what, Millionaires Row? The Tawdry Millionaires Row. Lots of...
kind of down and out millionaires as well.
Yeah, lots of houses pulled down and then enormous edifices to greed put back up again. And the worst part about it would be, God, your neighbours would be annoying, wouldn't they? A whole lot of people with, many of whom with questionable ethical beliefs towards the money of others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
told, what's the name, the guy one of the finance companies guy who's building a $30 million house, he's up there, isn't he?
I saw that place.
Yes.
And there were a lot of people just sort of standing around outside.
Well, that's, when you're spending $30 million on a house, I imagine there would be a lot of people standing around because you wouldn't want to whip through that dream project too quickly, would you?
No.
And God, imagine every time you turn up, the builders would be bloody drinking champagne. They wouldn't be having a cup of tea.
But I kind of looked at the street as a whole, and because it's got this mystique about it, and it's supposed to be the richest street in New Zealand. Look, there's plenty of better places to live than this.
The occasional P-Lab in the street.
That's right.
Yes, marvellous. No one did you see any speed cameras while you were up there?
I didn't.
No, well, you see, because interestingly, just came out in the news, ACC have been buying old police radar cameras in a covert plan to thwart speeding motorists.
Have they just?
So they buy them and they stick them up on a pole, and I would have thought, why don't you just put up a box? Because once you see the box with the lens poking, you go, oh, speed camera.
Yeah.
But no, apparently it's for the people with the radar detectors.
Do people still have those?
Apparently so, not illegal.
I thought it was something from the 80s.
Wow.
And that kind of went off to any kind of microwave.
No,
the city.
They're there. But apparently the drone cameras, as they're referred to as, ACC buys them for about $150 and then passes them on to people to stick up poles.
Oh, why not?
Yeah. Well, I guess what they $81 million in claims relating to crashes last year where speed was a factor. So slowing people down, obviously, part of their mandate.
Have you ever ridden around in a car that's got one of those radar detectors on?
Yes, I have.
Oh, beep, 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 beep,
oh,
beep,
they're
beep,
annoying.
beep. Why would you want that?
Oh, God, it's just like, why? What's
Turn it off.
Yeah, just wait for someone to flash their lights at you and then slow down.
Take the bus.
Why doesn't ACC employ people to drive around flashing their lights? To drive backwards and forwards in areas where people are known to speed.
Putting sirens on.
You just flash, and people, oh, there's a policeman up the road, I'll slow down. Is that illegal, light flashing?
It is, actually.
Is it?
Cannot impersonate a police officer.
No, but you're not impersonating one, you're just flashing your lights to warn people that there's a speed camera up ahead.
Yeah.
So that must be illegal, interfering with police business.
Red and blue lights?
No.
You mean like a camera flash?
No.
What?
Like when you're driving along the road, and someone flashes their headlights at you.
Yeah.
Do you not get out on the open road much?
No. I've seen that. Apparently, it is illegal.
Right. I wonder what you can be fined for that.
You're not allowed to warn people.
Right. Well.
You're not allowed to warn people to slow down.
Well, maybe that's why ACC hasn't taken that up. Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if it's absolutely illegal, but I think it is frowned upon.
Well, there's plenty of things that could be illegal. Smoking on beaches.
Yeah, could have been.
Could have been.
Who was
Prime
wanting
Minister
this?
Kiwi said no.
Who was pushing for this?
The Auckland Regional Public Health Service, perhaps.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Well, they're urging tougher measures to the Maori Affairs Select Committee inquiry into the tobacco industry. They wanted to ban smoking at workplaces, extending out to playgrounds, outdoor eating areas, beaches, areas outside buildings, cars when a child under 16 is present, public transport stops, and pedestrian malls. Playgrounds, sports field, and beaches, essentially anywhere where people go and stand and smoke. They went, let's make that illegal. Where will people go?
Well, one way I think, this would be amazing. It would be the first kind of smoke-free country in the world. But on the other hand,
New York or somewhere, or LA somewhere banned it on beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I think, well, what about personal freedoms? I like the idea of personal freedom. Do what you want.
I like personal freedoms too, until you go and sit in a lovely outdoor area at a bar to have a meal and someone comes and starts smoking next to you.
This is true.
Where's the respect?
Yeah.
There isn't any.
No.
Yeah.
Take a bus.
Take a bus. If you were in Invercargill, you take one for free, apparently. Invercargill, every so often there's something comes out about Invercargill, you just think that town just gets better and better. For the last few years, the city's bus service has allowed people to catch a free ride between 9 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Mondays to Fridays.
Come on, no such thing as a free ride.
9 to 3 on Saturdays. And you are right, actually. There is no such thing as a free ride, because at the end of the day, someone has to pay for that ride.
Yep.
And because there's not really enough money, times are a little bit tough, they're thinking, well, maybe we'll just have to scale this back, because the fare money that they collect covers 8% of the contract to run the city's bus service. 8%.
Not a
Which
lot.
means that someone, possibly the ratepayer,
Yeah.
many of whom probably don't take buses, is subsidising the other 92%.
You've got to admire those Southerners, though.
You do.
Because they've had quite a few projects where things are free.
That's right. The education
Yep.
funded by the liquor sales down there with their licensing trust.
No doubt if they ever created that monorail, it would be free.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? But you think the ratepayers might get up in arms about it, but then again, you know, the chances are they can probably drive their car, if they are of a car driving inclination, and park right outside the shop they want to go to, because no one else has taken cars.
This is true.
So look, there's a positive, every which way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's got to be unpopular for Shadbolt if people have to end up paying for this bus.
Yes. Although, gosh, he's been having a tough time of it down there this year. But we'll wait and see how that goes.
Well, there were some thoughts that he might join the mayoral race for the Super City.
Wouldn't that be
was a
fantastic? That
was a
would be a
rumour.
turn up for the books.
Because he used to be mayor of Waitakere.
He did. He could bring some of that Waitakere sort of pragmatism and some of that right-headed Invercargill and
That's right.
Southland thinking back up to Auckland.
I remember he turned up to our school gala with a broken leg.
Right.
I don't know how he broke it.
No. There'd be a story behind it, I imagine.
No doubt.
Because, it's not easy being a man.
Yeah.
Science has even proved that. Apparently, this is my favourite story of the week. Male mower,
Yeah.
a hard time of it. Ladies gave them a bit of a hard time, kept them away from the best habitat, all of that. And you'd think, oh, well, how bad could it be? Apparently, female mower outnumbered male mower about 5 to 1.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, that's got to be a good thing for the male mower.
Well, you'd think so, but then, of course, you've got all these sort of domineering women who are keeping you away from the best tucker. And you think, oh, God, I don't really like this. I don't really like being a mower. Little wonder they died out. Yeah.
Well, that's it. So the females ran out of males.
Well, they may
eventually.
well have done.
Right.
Bullied them into submission.
Yeah.
Would have been a few sort of, and then I guess the ones that were being bullied. I don't know whether your strong genes would come through if the only ones that were left around were these simpering little half-starved, bedraggled males who were stuck up in the hills, occasionally whistled down for a bit of procreation.
I'm pretty sure people had something to do with the extinction of moa.
They may well have done.
I think they did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did actually. Yes.
Finally, this is funny. The Spates cannot advertise using beer bellies.
No, apparently not. But you can't apparently advertise alcohol if it promotes any form of a health benefit.
Huh.
So they've got their new low-carb brand, and they want to say, hey, look, this is a low-carb beer, so less likely to sort of give you a beer belly, apparently. So they say, and but they can't sort of advertise that. Can't sort of say, hey, if this is your problem, here's an enormous wobbling stomach, try our low-carb beer. So they have to focus on something else.
So you can't advertise alcohol and getting you absolutely slaughtered.
No.
And you can't advertise it the other way either. What can you do?
Look, I guess you can only advertise it for its taste and its sense of companionship.
Right. No
that it brings.
wonder alcohol companies are always slipping in those scientific stories about the benefits of alcohol into the news.
That's right. Red wine will help you to do something. And there was a great one this week came out. A study over in England said many people genetically indisposed to exercise, aerobic exercise. Not good for you. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you sweat, 20% of the population are genetically indisposed for aerobic exercise to have any benefit whatsoever on them.
That's depressing.
You can have a DNA test to see whether or not you should sign up to the gym.
Right. Yeah, there's a DNA test for everything.
There is.
In the future there will be.
Yeah, there will be. You'll have it at birth, and they'll give you a printout, and you'll go through life going, well, no, won't sign up to a gym membership. Got that other pressing concern. Early onset male pattern baldness.
Yeah. Will smoke all my life because I won't get lung cancer.
Exactly. Genetically indisposed to it. Madness.
Thanks,
If we're
T-Rater.
still alive next week, we'll continue to speak.
All right, see
All
ya.
right.